everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and it's so good to have you here. So how's your week been? I hope it's been fantastic because mine has, right? Yes, and when the week has been fantastic, busy and everything, it's just wonderful to be able to take some time out to relax and just do something for myself, right? Which is something that I try to do. And so I wanted to watch a movie this weekend. The movie is on Prime Video, so you can go watch it over there, and it's called Still Falling. It's a Nigerian movie, and I thought to review the movie to pick out learning points that actually speak on healing, just because I'm the healing queen. Anyway, I'm going to do my best, right, to share my my learnings on healing with you, and not divulge much about the movie, so that you can go and see it and just enjoy it, yeah. Okay, so but you know what, you really need to watch it. I think it's so important, especially for we that have been through so much pain in our past, right, and are finding it difficult to heal. I share stuff about healing, but I think it's good to also get learnings from other areas, because healing is so important for you. So the first question I asked myself, about the movie is, what do I really think about it? And I have to say that I thought it was really great, right? Fantastic acting, the entire setting, of the movie, everything was really great. It was, feel good. I was proud that, it was a Nigerian movie. And so, yeah, and I have to say that Sharon Oja, Daniel Itim, and Liz Benson, those are the actors that I kind of like know, from watching movies and following them. I think that they and the other cast were phenomenal. They were perfectly selected for their roles, and I think that they did their roles justice. So well done. So now let's go to the learnings, because I think it's so key. We really need to know, okay, that there's a way our past pain and failures, all those things, there's a way it controls us, okay? And if we are not aware and on guard, then that pain, shame, failure can actually harden our hearts and make us miss life. So I'm gonna go right into the details, okay? Right, the details about the healing part, not the movie exactly, okay? So, so this lady, right, and which was played by Sharon Oja Bono, beautiful, right, and she's just amazing. But as the movie began to unfold, it was very, very clear that she had allowed the pain from her past to control her present and her future. So the first thing I'm going to say is that Bono was hurt in the past, but hugged pain like a lover, despite the success she had made of her life. She left no room for healing. In fact, I would say that each and every one of us can become hollow inside if we don't allow ourselves to heal. So it's important to recognize the fact that you are responsible for your healing and no one else. Now, your healing journey starts with you forgiving the one who wronged you. So yes, you've been wronged and you're holding on to it, but it's important to forgive the person who wronged you. And she wasn't able to do that. So she let the pain rule her mind into plotting revenge. Revenge eats at us so deep. And so that's one of the things that happens when you don't forgive and you're holding on to the pain. You're looking for how to get back, right? So please try to forgive. Now, despite all the glitz and glam, she also hated her life, because she was deep down, she felt really unworthy, because that past kept on coming up and playing out in her in her life. So that means that unforgiveness can actually stop you from enjoying your present life. And that is why I called in my channel, this shared divorced and loving life. Because it's so important for us to realize that if we stay in the past, we would find it very difficult to enjoy our life. So that means that you can be successful, yet you wouldn't enjoy your life. And it even speaks to stories I hear, about women who are really successful, and have been through different challenges, yet are not happy with their life. And so what happens? They now plot against themselves to commit suicide and take their lives. So I really, really think that these are things that we need to be aware of. Okay? Now, I think it's also very important, another lesson is to watch what you see, because the tongue, that we have holds the power of life and death. So when we speak about things in our lives that have caused us pain, and we speak against those things, we must be ready for the consequences, of our tongue. Now, the source of her pain, which was a guy in her past, Laggy, who was played by Daniel, right? So, fantastic acting, great dude and everything. I mean, they had a real connection. However, Laggy on his own, he had kind of like moved on, so he had left his past behind, moved on with his life, he'd hurt her really badly, but he'd found a way to move on and make something for himself. He had also found the Lord, just started a relationship with God. And, by the time they hooked up again, he just really thought that he was still in love with her, But the thing is, and he realized that, of course, she was not really over what he'd done to her. And then he tried to help her heal. But you see, one thing I want us to realize that you cannot successfully help someone heal if you have not started your healing journey. So he himself had not started his healing journey. He just left everything in the past, then moved on to find God, and start a relationship with God. But you see, it doesn't work like that. Yes, somehow it does, play out, but you must find healing. You must begin your healing journey with God, or as you find God. Yes, so another thing again is you must forgive yourself. So yes, you forgive the other person for what they've done and all, but what about you? Have you forgiven yourself? Because we always try to do a blame game and blame the other party, but I think that we've actually played a part. We also play a part. We contribute to whatever it is that has happened to us. You've got to forgive yourself, right? If you do not let go of the old, how would you have the arms to embrace the new you, the new healed you? How? So it's something that I think is so critical, you forgiving yourself, because we always believe that the other party is the complete source of the challenge we've gone through. Sometimes it's important to really, really acknowledge how we also must have played a part in the entire experience. So forgive yourself. It could have been one of your actions, or anything. It could even be you just not being forgiving. So just learn to forgive yourself so that you can embrace the new you. Now, this is another point that I thought was quite it was quite powerful for me. Okay, I mean, even as a healing queen, and I'm someone who learns every single day, right? And so this is how I captured it. Even when we have lost so much in our past, we should be rest assured that we would be blessed with more in our present and in our future. We would not be put to shame again. And And for me, I think that this is a learning too, because we feel that because we lost so much in the past, for some of us ladies who are divorced, right, we feel okay because we're divorced and we've lost so much time and you know, so much. We feel that we're never going to get back that again, you know. And so this just made me realize that you can actually get those things back in your life, regardless of how much you've lost, you know. But it's dependent on your ability to forgive. It's dependent on your ability to embrace healing. It's dependent on your ability to open up your heart, your mind, your all to receive all the goodness that the world, the universe has, God has for you. All right. So, and you won't be put to shame again. So that was really instructive for me. Now, we can have a renewed mind, we can have a renewed spirit, we can have a renewed heart. That's something that we have to understand, because you know, when I actually have discussions with women who have gone through the painful past, right? It seems like, you know, they feel that they can't be renewed, okay? But you can have a renewed spirit, you can have a renewed heart, you understand? So don't hold on to being stubborn. Don't let anger and pride get in the way. And this is something that I see a lot, you know. We're stubborn, and it is pride that actually, pride and anger makes us stubborn, you know. So, you know, when we have counsel, for example, from, you know, people, from friends or from a therapist or from a shrink or from even, you know, leaders in our lives, our parents, we because of pride, we are stubborn and we refuse to let go, you know, and let God just take control, right? So don't be stubborn. You know, if you're going through pain right now and you've been told, you know, to do certain things, you know, or to let go, or to forgive, or, you know, to just take a pause, take that deep breath, and ask yourself, why am I not, you know, heeding to this wise counsel? Is it because I'm stubborn? Is it because I'm still angry? Is it because of pride? That if I do this or do that, I'm going to seem like I'm weak, you know. So I think it's very instructive. I think this is the point where you need to take that step back and reassess your motive, your reason behind why you're holding on to stubbornness and not yielding, so that you can address it and, you know, move on. Then another lesson, right, is time. Wow. That's another thing that you need to, this movie is a must watch, okay? But I'll say here that we have time, but we also don't have time. We have time, but we also do not have time. Forgiveness is a process, but it must be started. You've got to start it. Your healing is a process, but you have to start it. Because if you don't start it, if you don't start to forgive, if you don't start your healing, be rest assured that time will not wait for you, because time just keeps on going. And as time doesn't wait for you, anything can happen, right? And opportunities would be lost. And once opportunities are lost, you find it very difficult to enjoy your life while you still have it. So please, time. Start now to forgive. Stop being stubborn. Yes, you've been angry, but what's good? Anger is good, right? But then what do you do with that anger? How do you process things? How do you, you know, handle situations from now on? Then it's important to have a support system to hold on to listen to you when you are venting, right? When you're sharing your thoughts and your feelings. You also need that support system to be able to talk to you as well, where you two will be listening. And it has to be people that you can lean on, okay? Because when you internalize your struggles, your pain, your shame, and you don't share it with someone who can share their own perspective, it can lead you to destruction. So have a support system that you can hold on to. During my own, journey, right, I had a support system. I had two really close friends, or three. There were three really close friends that I actually shared my journey with. I also had my parents. Yes, my siblings. Gosh, my siblings were just my parents. My siblings were phenomenal, and because I needed. Yeah, I was working, so because I needed also support, right? I had a son, I had to also come clean to my bosses about what I was going through, just so that if I needed, to be away, or I needed to be at the court or something, just it was very important for me to be able to open up. So I was vulnerable. I was vulnerable to my support system. I was vulnerable to them. I also had I'm part of a fellowship, and I was also vulnerable to them. So they also could hold me up in their prayers and their thoughts, and not think that this was a superwoman standing here. No, I was just completely not okay, But my support system was amazing, and I could talk to them about what I was going through, vent, share, and as I continued to talk, I realized that the pain just seemed to just go away. And also, I could listen to their counsel as well, and it really helps me, So it's the support system is a must do, it's a must have. So you must be intentional about that. But the question is, these people that you have as a support system, do you trust them? You must also be able to trust, because I know that a lot of people who are going through stuff and who don't have a support system, they find it difficult to trust. And I clearly understand it happens, but at some point in life you've got to take the risk. So when you are looking at the support system, you also need to ask yourself, what kind of person am I? Can I be trustworthy to a friend or to my support system? Because only then, if you are able to identify the kind of person or people that you want in your support system, and also identify if you have some of those traits in you, then that's a great start, because you will be able to attract the right kind of people to your life to support you. So please don't take that lightly. Yeah. And we can't even live alone. We need a support system very, very much. Okay. Then, for mothers, I want to say this, okay? So you've got to pray for your children, okay? Cover them with God's anointing, and don't give up on them even when they're doing wrong, even when they've gone left, when they're supposed to be doing, even though they've gone left, when they're supposed to be going right. I really think that we shouldn't give up on our kids. We've got to pray for them. You have to continue to look for ways to be able to connect and speak life into them, just show them the way. And it starts at any stage of their lives, okay? Don't give up, all right? And so finally, I want to share this, okay? And this is one of the things that really kept me grounded in my healing journey. And I think that even when we stray, it still keeps you anchored in a way. So, that anchor still pulls you back to the spot where you're meant to be, no matter how far you've gone. Okay, so it is your spiritual being. Okay, so I'm a spiritual being, and I'm identified with what happened in the movie, the lessons in the movie. I have an intimate relationship with God, and so I want to say this. Healing is God's gift to us. No matter the pain that you have faced in life, healing is God's gift to us. It's God's gift to you. But only if you want it. Only if you want it. If you want to still stay in your past, plot revenge, remain angry, remain bitter, then you don't want it. You don't want healing. But if you want healing, then it's your gift and you can get it. It's there already. You have to believe. You've got to have faith as well that you will be healed. And then with that faith, take that leap of faith, right, and start your healing journey through forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of the person who wronged you, and also just learning that every single time that you feel that bitterness, that bitter thought in your mind, that anger, that shame, that was caused, you will take that opportunity to forgive again. So, if you haven't watched my videos, there's one I talk about forgiveness. So please look for it, and it will be great if you watch it, because I talk about how to forgive. Forgiveness is freedom. Believe me, it is. So, but you see, you can't forgive just on your own. That's why I say, I talk about being spiritual, having a relationship with God. I'm a Christian, right? I'm a born-again Christian. But you may have any faith. You may be of any faith right now, right? Whatever faith that you are, you hold on to that, and you're spiritual. You pray, you have your meditations or what, But you need to nurture your relationship with God to become the best version of yourself. You cannot do it alone. Forgiveness is not something that happens per chance. It is an intentional decision and action that we take every single day of our lives. So please, question your relationship with God. Find out where you are, and how you can deepen it, okay? So that you can start this journey of healing. Healing is the best gift that you can ever give yourself, or allow yourself to unwrap. Let me just say that, because God has already given us the gift. So healing is the best gift that you can allow yourself to unwrap. When you receive gifts and presents and you're like opening up you're excited, right? That's exactly how healing needs to be unwrapped. One layer of wrapping paper after the other. It's a journey of unwrapping. Yes, but it's a beautiful journey. Okay, so start that journey of healing. Great. So I thought I'll just share that, and I want you guys to go and watch the movie. It's wonderful. It's a nice movie. I'm not sure if I like the ending, to be honest with you. I don't really like the ending, but it's a movie, so I had to remind myself it's a movie. And also, I had to remind myself about the lesson in the ending. Okay, so watch it, and after you've seen it, please just share your own lessons of healing with me in the comment section. I would really like to hear. Okay, yes, and I did cry, so if you cried, well, I'm just a crybaby when it comes to movies. Happy, sad, I just cry. So if you cried, then let me know. If you didn't cry, it's okay. Yes, let me know. But I would really like to know what you thought about this this movie and how it spoke to you when it came to healing. Because healing is our gifts from God and we have to accept it, right? Okay. So I'm going to end today, and I'm looking forward to next week when I get to share something new with you, in my divorced and loving life, a series, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and most important, share. Don't keep these wonderful things I share, with you to yourself. Share, share, share. Okay? All right. So, ciao. Bye.